And finally, new rule: America needs more Republicans like this guy. This man should be commended, and not just for being the first Trump voter to get all the spelling right on a sign, but because it's not easy to admit that you've been taken by a con man. Now, during the campaign, con man Trump said this about the high cost of pharmaceuticals.
And we're going to get drug prices so far lower than they are now, your head will spin.
That's right. He promised to use his deal-making superpowers to get the drug companies to cut prices. But after the election, he sat down with the executives of Big Pharma, and what do you know? It turns out the solution isn't to get tough at all. It's to cut regulations. Fuck! He promised the Keystone Pipeline would be built with American steel. It won't. He promised to be the savior of coal miners, but here was the headline last month: Trump's budget slams West Virginia. I know you real Americans hate being called stupid, but you gotta meet me halfway and stop being stupid. I mean, I would say Trump was a used car salesman, but with a used car salesman, at least you get a car. With Trump, you don't get any car, but you definitely get taken for a ride. He promised, and I quote, "We're going to have insurance for everybody, much less expensive and much better." But when we saw the bill, it was a giant tax cut for the rich paid by kicking 24 million people off their health insurance. What a truly novel approach to making health care less expensive, saving money by not giving people health care. It's like saving money on your kids' education by letting them stay home and watch Judge Judy. And again, I don't want to use the S word, but then you have to tell me how this sounded at all possible.
You're going to end up with great health care for a fraction of the price, and that's going to take place immediately after we go in, okay? Immediately. Fast, quick.
Believing health care could be way better at a fraction of the cost is so silly. Let's call it silly. The Trump approach to health care was never going to be repeal and replace. It was always bait and switch. Because that is the con man's approach to everything. Did I say health insurance for all? I meant access to insurance. Did I say Mexico would pay for the beautiful wall that keeps drug dealers out and locks the freshness in? I meant Mexico would pay us back.
I will build a great, great wall on our southern border, and I will have Mexico pay for that wall.
Act now, and we'll throw in a second wall absolutely free. Trump has promised jobs. You're probably wondering, will these be good jobs? I'm glad you asked.
Massive numbers of jobs, high-paying jobs, good jobs, not the jobs we have today, which everybody agrees are bad jobs. We're going to create massive numbers of good jobs.
Right. Good jobs in the burgeoning new field of something terrific. You know, you Trumpsters, you didn't elect the next Reagan. You elected this guy.
I invite you to come to my seminar. Learn how to make a lot of money. Once you have a taste of a good life, you will never go back.
You will... You elected every cheap huckster who you should have known was full of shit because he was always promising the moon. Everything is always foolproof and 100%.
But it is a foolproof way of winning the war with ISIS, and it will be absolutely 100%. They'll at a minimum come to the table, and actually they'll be defeated very quickly.
Folks, how much would you pay to get rid of ISIS very quickly? Don't answer yet, because not only will ISIS be gone like that, here's our guarantee on undocumented immigrants.
They're going out so fast your head will spin.
So which do you like better, winning so much you're tired of winning, or having your head spin?
Their heads would spin. Your head will spin.
Winning. Your head will spin. Winning big league. It's too much winning. We can't take it anymore.
Order now, and we will throw in everything.
I will give you everything. I will give you what you've been looking for 30, 40, 50 years.
Really? Everything? Everything, he said. Okay, I won't mock you anymore. You're not the first people to be fooled by a guy like Donald Trump.
What's your name? Stanley Dwowski. Polish, eh? What a coincidence. Rudy Polanski, how are you?
No sense crying over spilt snake oil. You can keep liking him, but just admit he is a con man. And a good one. The kind who tells you, I promise I'll pull out while he's coming.